In this video, we will restrict access to the storage account with virtual service endpoint. But before doing that, let's understand the architecture and our intention in this particular demo. So we will create one virtual network and then two subnet in it called public and private. In each subnet, there will be a public VM. There will be a VM. Both the VMs will have a public IP because it helps to facilitate the login very easily remotely. So I will assign the public IP to both the VM. But what is that we're trying to test is basically the access to the storage account from the private VM. It should not work from the public. It should only work from the private actually. So we will make use of virtual network service endpoint for this testing. Get on the portal and see this thing in action. See, again, to save up on times, what I did here, I created a resource group. Within that particular resource group, I got a one virtual network called VNet SE demo. And in this particular virtual network, there are two subnets, public and private, right? Also what I did, I created two virtual machines, both the machines has public IP, right? Now, first thing, what is that we're going to do? Let's go ahead and create a network security group because that is the one which will provide us the required security rule for the testing. Go ahead and create the security group that we need. We can place this particular group in the same resource group. Let's name this one as private. All right. And review and create. And what is that we need to do? Once this is created, we just need to add 3 rules so that we can log in remotely and our storage is reachable only from that specific network, virtual network, right? So first thing is that we're going to add a RDP rule, source any, destination any, and it is going to be 3389. This will allow us to remotely log in. So let's make sure that we're adding that inbound rule, 3389, that is fine. And we're going to add a 2 outbound rule. We select the service tag is the virtual network and destination going to be service tag again, and that is going to be a storage, right? We need old port there, just say allow. That's the first one we're going to add. And there is this internet allow rule, right? We need to override that particular rule so that it doesn't go to the internet, right? So again, in this case, service tag, select virtual network, destination is going to be again service tag, internet, custom, and old traffic, and we're going to say deny, right? Add that rule as well in this particular case, right? Now, these 3 things are there, so it looks good to me. Now we head back to the resource group. In the virtual network, we got a subnet, and we have to also apply some kind of treatment on that particular subnet. So which is that treatment? We have to assign the network security group, and we have to enable the service endpoint on that private subnet, right? Let me refresh. Sometimes it takes a time. It's not too quick, so let's see what we get now. Let's select private in this particular case, and here we are going to assign the energy that we created, and we have to add a service endpoint for Microsoft storage. Now in the list, you can see that there are many services that support the service endpoint, not like all of them, only few, handful, right? So we are just going to select the Microsoft.storage, right? Let's save this up. All right, so let's ensure that this is reflected, and then we go to the storage account, right? Let's make sure that this is saved, because sometimes it doesn't do if you move away from the screen. So it's important that you see that this is saved. All right, is done. let's go to the storage account. And what is that we're gonna do? We're going to create one storage account. All right. And let's place that storage account. Let's call this one SASE some number. Doesn't matter. Primary is we going to call, let's say this one, doesn't matter. And we select locally redundant. Rest of the thing I think is fine there. We don't need to select anything, and this is the thing that we are interested in. This is what we have to select in this particular case, right? So we select the virtual network that we got, and we are interested for this network to basically see the storage account. We don't want anything else in this particular case. So let me review that and create the storage account. So we added basically a specific network which can talk to this in this particular case, right? So let's ensure that this is done. Let's go to the resource and let's verify. We can see that networking change, because that is most important thing in this particular demo, right? We can see that. Now what we do, we come to the file share. We create one file share. Let's call this one as course demo. Review and create. We don't need to be too fancy here. Just create this one, and we are interested in the script provided by Microsoft, this one, right? So I think we did all the other things. Now let's get on the VM one at a time. Let's fire up the PowerShell terminal. And in the PowerShell terminal, let's make sure we are on the right host, and then fire up this particular block, and there you go. It worked seamlessly on this particular machine. That means the private VM can talk to the storage account privately on the service endpoint. Now this thing should not work on the other machine. So let's make sure that we are on the public VM. And let's fire up the PowerShell terminal in this case. All right, so let's make sure that this is the VM, and we fire the same block in this case as well. So this should not, right? So it says access is denied, right? See, that is how the service endpoint work. It didn't work in the public subnet because we haven't opened up that particular network or the service endpoint to the Microsoft backbone, right? So I hope that now you got understanding. It is a little tricky to test actually, but this is what exactly you can use for the testing when you work with services that support service endpoint. All right, that's all pretty much in this video.